right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach Hudash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of the Well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, and listening on to this truth with heart sincerity. I already made a blessing election be upon your houses. All right. The topic of this lesson, the title of this lesson is going to be, all right, our inheritance. Okay. And, this is something I was, meditating heavy on, today. And, meditating on the kingdom, meditating on the rewards to come, meditating on all the things that the Lord is getting prepared to, give unto his elect, unto the elect, unto the, the nation and so forth, man. And I got this clip here that's, playing in the background, and it's basically, showing you, all these, different parts, of the universe ultimately, that's outside, of our natural eyes, And when you really look at it, man, it's beautiful, man. The Lord's an artist, man. I was going for a drive today, and I saw the sun setting, and as the sun setting, I look at the sky, and I should have took a picture. I would have put it up on here. But as I looked at the sky, you see the clouds, you see the sun setting, you see the beautiful, the art, that the Lord has done, man. The Lord is truly an artist, man. The color was beautiful, man. It was like a it kind of looked like a amethyst a little bit, kind of had that purplish color a little bit, as the sun was setting. But, nevertheless, the kingdom is going to be beautiful, man. What the Lord's getting ready to give his servants, give his elect, is getting ready to be a very great reward, a beautiful inheritance, back to the title, something very beautiful that, Yahweh Shema Shah is getting ready to give to us, man. The kingdom is ours, man. We're next up. All right. Not China, not Russia, damn sure not Babylon, man. Babylon's going down. All right. But we are the next rulers, man. All right. The Lord's getting ready to, reward us in a very beautiful way. And all we have to continually do is keep serving him, keep fighting, keep pushing, laboring all the way into the end, man. All right. Because we are witnessing that transfer of rulership happening right now in this place. We're seeing the collapse of nations. We're seeing the collapse of Babylon and the Babylonian dollar, man. All right. We're seeing these wars, the rumors of wars, the uproars of the people, the pestilences. All right. The famines. All right. The inflations. All right. We're just seeing a complete crumble and collapse of this modern day society happening before our eyes. All right. And this is honestly a beautiful thing to us, because as these things are happening, that is a sign to let us know that we are, closer to the end, man. All right. You can think of it like this, man. Like you making your favorite meal. All right. Say you making some pizza in the oven. You see that timer down to, 5-10 seconds. You're like, oh man, it's almost ready. It's almost ready for that oven to ding, man. And once it dings, you get to take your pizza out and enjoy it, man. So by us seeing all these things happening, in the spiritual sense, we're seeing that time is running, man. And we're getting close to, enjoying our spiritual pizza in other terms, all right, which is really, referring to the kingdom, man. Being able to go to these other planets, man. Being able to go into a chariot, man. Being able to go to, all these things that, Yahweh Shema Shah created, man. Being able to truly enjoy the creation as a whole, being able to truly enjoy our lives, man. Because right now, what? You have to wake up at whatever hours of the day it is, to go clock into your job that you hate so much, job that is slaving you, with a demon manager, a demon boss, a demon owner, whatever the case may be, that is just, on your ass, paying you pennies on the dollar, going through it, man. All right. Having to deal with a demon of a wife, demon children, demon family members. All right. Having to pay all these bills and so forth, man. All right. Dealing with debts. All right. Dealing with all these things that is part of living in Babylon, man. Right? We truly hate this place, man. Right? Being subject under these devils. All right. But what we are getting ready to inherit is something beautiful, man. And that's why I wanted to put this clip up, man. All right. Because, if you ever seen that movie Star Trek, they be in there, their chariot flying around, going from here to there. All right. Esau, Edom can't do that, man. Right? They may falsely claim that they went to the moon, set things to Mars, and did all these other things, man. But they've never really been to those places, man. All right. A lot of information came out on that, on the side note, a lot of information came out on that it already exposed these devils for that, man. All right. But we're looking forward to being at peace, man. All right. The earth being in order. The creation being in order, the animals in order, the trees in order, the people in order, man. All right. Everything is out of course in this place, out of whack, man. Walking in this place is like walking amongst, the dead, man, because these people are spiritually dead in this place, man. The animals be mourning, they're bugged out. The trees are in mourning, man. The whole creation groans, like the scripture tells us, man. Right? We're sighing and crying in this place, man. Hastening the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach, man. Hastening the coming of a righteous rulership, man, because the wicked are in authority. Hastening the era of us being in power and truly being at peace, man. All right. We get little moments here and there, whether it's, you by yourself, doing whatever leisure activity it may be, whether it's fishing, playing basketball, going to the gym, going to the beach, whatever leisure activity it is, man. Being around the brothers, doing the work, serving the Lord, But on the other hand, you be vexed in this place, man. So we have something very beautiful, that we are looking forward to. All right. But I want to grab this, real quick. Let me do this also. I'm gonna start off with this right here. This is going to be Isaiah, the 65th chapter, verse 17, starting at verse 17. It reads, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy." Right? So when we in the kingdom, man, we ain't gonna be, stressed or worried about these things that happen in Babylon, man. That's not gonna even be a thought to cross your mind, man. Jake not gonna even be remembering the bullshit that was going on in this place, man. All right. I forgot who it was, but I remember I watched a lesson testimonial, a vision that a brother had, where in the kingdom, he was having seeds, his children, and one of his sons came up to him and asked him, he asked him, he was like, "Father, tell me about the old days. Tell me about ancient Babylon. Tell me about America. Tell me what that was about, man." And that's something that's always stayed in mind, because I always think about it, like, man, imagine that, man, where In the kingdom, you're going to have your children coming up to you asking you, Lord willing, part of that number, but you got your children coming up to you asking you, shit, what was Babylon like? What was America like? What was going on in that place, man? All right. It's a very beautiful thing that we're getting ready to, inherit. Lord willing, we are a part of that number. Lord willing, we continually fight. I'm going to continue on verse 19. And it reads, and I will rejoice in Jerusalem, enjoy my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days, for the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. Right? And again, we're not going to be having to deal with deaths in the kingdom, man. All right? We're going to be immortal, man. Again, another beautiful thing that Yahweh Shem Shah is getting ready to give us, man. Immortality. Esau, Edom cannot give you immortality, man. They may claim or attempt or try to, but they can't. That's why you see these devils all into, these wicked satanic rituals, drinking the achrome, using, just paraphrasing it so the video can get struck down, but drinking the achrome from children. All right. Doing all types of sacrifices and satanic rituals to try to keep their youth. In other terms, man, doing the Botox, the lip fillers, the injections, the surgeries, all these different things, man. Even talks about trying to transfer their conscience into other things, and all these bugged out things, man. Right? They have to try to do all these things so they can try to live longer. Right? But in the kingdom, we're not gonna even have to deal with that, man. You're not gonna have to deal with, what's the word for it, man? A stillborn baby, man. Birthing a child, and when it comes out the womb, it already gave up the ghost, man. It was dead. That's not gonna be an issue for the nation of Yasharala in the kingdom, man. All right. We will be immortal, man. Immortality, man. Think about it. Something very beautiful is coming. And we just have to stay on track and keep striving and pushing and serving Yahweh Shem Shah. We'll continue on, verse 21. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are, the days of my people. And mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands, man. That's beautiful, man. All right. A tree can live forever, man. All right. Trees can live for thousands of years, man. Hundreds and thousands of years, man. A tree can live forever. If you go to a forest, if you cut a tree, and as long as the roots are in the ground, a tree can continually grow and grow. They'll tell you you can see how old a tree is by cutting it and counting the rings on the inside. And I believe each ring is either a year or each ring is 10 years, inside the tree. All right. But again, like we read in verse 21, right? They shall build houses and inhabit in them. Because right now, who's the ones that's building all these high rises, that's building these mansions, that's building all these quote unquote what they call luxury in this place for these wicked elites, these Edomites, these heathen, man? It's Jake, man. You got Issachar in there breaking their back, sweating buckets, putting their sweat, blood, and tears into building these cribs. These homes. Cribs is just slang in South Florida for homes, for those that don't know. All right. Just for these heathens to come in and inhabit them, while they go back to their one-bedroom home or apartment, wherever they're staying at, man. But that's not going to be an issue in the kingdom, man. All right. Again, another beautiful thing, man. All right. It's very wonderful and amazing, the things that Yahweh Shem Shah is getting ready to give to the nation of Yasharal, give to his elect. All right, I'm gonna continue in verse 23. It reads, they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountains, saith the Lord. Right? And that's beautiful also. Right? Imagine seeing that. You see that here. You see something like that here in this place, man. People are going to be like, whoa, this is crazy. What's going on? But in the kingdom, that's going to be a normal thing, man. That's going to be a norm. Right? Seeing a wolf and a lamb chilling together, man. Playing together, eating together, man. Right? You're not going to be seeing a lion trying to put a gazelle to death, man. Or a cheetah chasing down a gazelle trying to kill it and eat it, man. They're going to be at peace. That's something that's very beautiful, man. Right now, I bet you right now you're going to the National Geographic channel, the Discovery channel, whatever, Animal Planet, and watch the little safari videos and things of that sort. You be seeing them. They be putting each other to death, man. But it's not going to be like that in the kingdom. The beasts are going to be at peace with each other. The beasts are going to be at peace with us. Right? You're not going to have to worry about a lion trying to put you to death, man. You're not going to have to worry about a bear or a gator, trying to eat you or whatever, or a snake trying to bite you, man. We're going to be at peace with the beast, man. You're going to be chilling with a lion, man. Your offsprings, your kids, your seeds going to be, playing with cubs and lions, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. We really sit back and think about it. It's something very beautiful that's getting ready to come, man. That's what scripture says, right? The eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. We haven't seen it, we haven't heard it. We can't even imagine the things that's getting ready to come, man. It's like reading the scriptures, we getting a little sample, a little taste. The Lord can't give us all the surprises, all the things he's about to give us, man. He's giving us a little taste, man, but it's about to be on another level, man. Nothing can compare to what's getting ready to be given unto us, man. I want to get this also. Revelation 21:4. Then reads, right, also backing up, one of the points I was making earlier. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Again, immortality, man. You're not going to be mourning over a loved one. You're not going to be having to bury, a loved one. All right? No more pain. No more sorrow. No more death. Right? We're going to be rejoicing in the kingdom, man. We're going to be at our highest level, man. Our peak, man. It's going to be beautiful. This is John the 14th chapter, verse 2. In my Father's house are many mansions, and if it were not so, I would have told you, and I go to prepare a place for you, right? Hey, and the Lord is not one to lie, right? That's why I played that clip in the beginning, right? Showing you, the universe, right? Basically traveling through the universe, man. Because mind you, we're not going to only be bound to the planet Earth, right? Of course, we're going to be on the planet Earth. The Earth is going to be beautiful. It's going to be on its peak. But we're going to have access to these other universes, man. Right? These other galaxies, man. These other planets. All right? Won't be no chariots just going place to place, man. Lord could be like, hey, that planet's for you right there. That zone in that galaxy, that's yours right there. Or matter of fact, that galaxy is yours right there, man. it's it's a lot for the mind to try to comprehend, man. But it's very beautiful when you really sit back and marinate on it, meditate on it. I'll grab this also. I'm gonna close with this one. This is 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, verse 9. It reads, "But as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High hath prepared for them that love him." Right? I quoted this scripture earlier. Right? We can't even really fathom the majority of the things that's getting ready to be inherited. The majority of things that the Lord's getting ready to, bestow upon his elect. To bestow upon, the nation of Israel, man. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, honestly. But hey, I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Lord willing, this lesson, boosted your spirit. Keep that fire on you. Remind you of the prize. Remind you of what we're laboring for. Keep you striving, man. All right. But nevertheless, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, and listening on to this truth with our sincerity. Until next time, shalom, and a ball, Kwame Yasharallah, shalom.